Welcome to Live at WAYO here at WAYO. LP Rochester, WAYO 104.3 FM and wayofm.org. Yeah, that's right. You're tuned into Live at WAYO, hosted by Matty SK. I host the Nightcap Sunday evenings from 10 until 11, but yeah, double duty this afternoon. And I'm really delighted to introduce the Annie Wells Trio. Annie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Matt.
Fantastic. It's so good to have you and your band with us this afternoon. We're really looking forward to listening to your compositions. So, as I state when I'm hosting the Nightcap, it's a music show, not a talk show. So I'm going to ask you to introduce your band and introduce your first tune, and then you can have at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So this is Dave Arrhenius on the bass.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Hi.
And we have Mike Kaupa on the horns. And really, I could not be more fortunate to be able to play with these fantastic musicians.
Fantastic. So we're looking forward to hearing your music for the next hour from 2 to 3. So yeah, have at it.
All right, we'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time, quiet as a whisper, she slipped through my fingers. Time is cruel, she'll try to fool you. Time is cruel, she'll try sleeping. What did I miss when I was dreaming of you? Far away and reaching through the looking glass, waiting for this to pass.
Wow, beautiful. The Annie Wells Trio here live at WAYO. WAYO 104.3 FM and WAYOFM.org. Annie, the title of that track.
Yeah, that is called Time Escaped, and it is a new song that's going to be coming out on our new release next year. And it's, it's a pandemic song.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's had their pandemic songs, but honestly, it was really, the feelings were real. I went a long time without being able to see my family, in particular, my dad and my stepmom in North Carolina. And hey, Dad, because I think he's watching right now. So, just that feeling of losing time with your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It was very, very well done. Yeah, and I'm glad that you got to say hello to your father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's enjoying seeing you live stream for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you tell me and the listeners a little bit about yourself, Annie? You from Rochester?
I originally grew up in Clifton Springs, which is a small town southeast of here, between Canandaigua and Geneva, and started, playing the piano by ear when I was just a tot. And so I've been, writing music and performing for a long time. I was lucky to have these gentlemen join me, I guess it was about 6 or 7 years ago. And so just happy to be here,
Mm-hmm.
and appreciate that.
Sure. And I know that I'll be talking about your socials very shortly, but I just want to let the listeners know, beyond playing keyboards, Annie composes and is the vocalist for the Annie Wells Trio, so multifaceted, right?
I try.
Yeah. So, that sounds good. So why don't you introduce your next song for us?
Okay. So this is called Solstice, which doesn't really appear in the lyrics, but it was a period of time, it was a day, and this is a song about heartbreak. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes on a rainy day, I think of you. Amid all the confusion, everything slips away. And the only sound you can hear is the wind blowing my voice in your ear. Do you ever call my name in the night?
Yeah, love it. The Annie Wells Trio here live at WAYO, WAYO 104.3 FM and WAYOFM.org. So Annie, that was your composition as well, correct?
Yes, all the songs we're going to do, except for the very last one, are songs that I wrote, yeah.
That's sweet, I'm glad that you were able to give the listeners a little bit of a heads up so they know that they can go out and buy your recordings the next time they're at a local LP store, I guess. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a breather. I have some housekeeping items that I want to take care of, and you take a sip of water. I want to remind the listeners that we are live streaming here, so you can go to wayofm.org and click the watch button, and you'll be able to see these three lovely folks in our studio performing for you this afternoon. So again, wayofm.org, click watch, and get into your lazy boy and enjoy the music and the sights and sounds. And then also, if you have any questions for Annie or the bandmates, you may text at 585-203-WAYO, and that would be 9296. So did you guys get a sip of water?
Yes, I did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think we're all good. We're all good.
Very good. So, Annie, now that we know that we're going to be listening to your compositions this afternoon, I was on your website, but I'm not going to divulge any secrets. I'm going to ask the question, where do your inspirations come from?
Oh my gosh. So early on, my father played jazz in the house when I was growing up. He particularly loves Stan Kenton.
And my dad does too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And Frank Sinatra, all those great guys, Tony Bennett and et cetera. So I heard, a lot of jazz and big band when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw Keith Jarret on Saturday Night Live way back in 1970 something, and bought his records, and I think that really definitely influenced my my approach. Not that I'm not a virtuoso like he is, but really kind of got me on the road to some of the chord structures that I like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very modern sound. I'm enjoying it for sure. On your website, you did mention Edith Piaf and Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yes, yeah. So, there are particular songs that I wrote about them, and I've written a lot of songs about family, but I've also written a lot of songs about women that I admire, and those are two women that I admire very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the title of the next track, I'm not going to give out any secrets, but again, on your website, you had mentioned this tune, and I do love this movie. Why don't you introduce the next song for us?
Sure, absolutely. So this next song is called Miss Lonely Hearts. It's based on a character from the Hitchcock movie Rear Window. And great movie, Jimmy Stewart, Grace Kelly. There's a murder plot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very touching subplot about a woman who Jimmy Stewart can see her through his window as he's peering into the courtyard of his apartment building, and she's struggling to find love, and in the end, she does. She connects with a lonely songwriter who lives just up above her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the story I tried to capture.
Very nice.
Lonely Hearts, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Miss Lonely Hearts believes in love. She dreams of love. Sets the table for two. Raises her glass to the air. Imagines what he would do if he were there. And the lovely things he'd say, Miss Lonely Hearts will find happiness someday. Miss Lonely Hearts, beware of love. Don't let that man handle you. A pillbox hat and white glove in the rear window view. Upstairs a man hides behind a cruel cigar in the dark. His silence speaks his evil mind. A window frames the glowing spark. Miss Lonely Hearts believe in love. Listen to the melody coming from the window above. A love song in a major key. Upstairs a man plays the song by himself in the dark. It's been there for you all along. A window frames the glowing spark. Miss Lonely Hearts believes in love. She dreams of love. Sets the table for two. Raises her glass to the air. Imagines what he would do if he were there. And the lovely things he'd say, Miss Lonely Hearts will find happiness someday.
Yes, very nice. The Annie Wells Trio performing Miss Lonely Hearts on live at WAYO, WAYO 104.3 FM and wayofm.org. Very nice, guys.
Thank you. So I should mention that song was from our most recent CD, and you can find me on all the streaming platforms as well as in our local stores.
Very good. You're reading my mind because I was actually going to ask, where can people find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my website is very easy to remember. It's anniewells.com. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all the socials.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also on Bandcamp. So for those of you that like to really, financially support musicians, you can go there. And I recently re-released my very first recording called Lines of Light on Bandcamp as a fundraiser for a documentary that Miss Shay Fambro's wife, Wendy, is making about Miss Shay.
Mm-hmm.
And so any of you folks out there in Radioland who knew Mick and loved his music, check out Bandcamp. Thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you. And so you had mentioned that you're going to be releasing a new recording soon. When can we expect that?
Yeah, I would say probably I'm shooting for maybe second quarter of next year. And we'll probably start by releasing singles before we release the entire EP. It's going to be a 5-song EP called 5 Love Stories.
Okay. And so you had mentioned the streaming services. Is there places in Rochester that you can get the physical product?
Oh yeah, the Bop Shop and Record Archive. You can definitely get my CDs there, and also at our performances.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned Bop Shop. They are a proud sponsor of WAYO, if you didn't know that.
All right.
Yeah. So it's nice that you had mentioned the Bop Shop. So I think what we can do is, I guess, walk into our next song. And after the next song, Annie, I had talked to you before your performance. I would like to have a few minutes with your bandmates, if that's okay, after the next tune.
Definitely.
Great. So what is your next song?
The next song is called The Devil's Gonna Get Ya. Okay. And this will be coming out brand new next year.
Nice.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Once I loved a boy. He held salvation up his sleeve. Took all my heart to love him, and all my strength to leave. Small town boy with big dreams. Gospel of John, chapter 3. Holy roller in blue jeans. Cast the first stone to edify me. He said, the devil's gonna get you if you let him in. You know all your troubles are caused by sin.
right. The Annie Wells Trio with The Devil's Gonna Get Ya.
He will, too.
Yeah, so what's the story behind that one, Annie?
Oh, gosh. So, let's see. It's a secret.
Okay.
I don't want to incriminate the criminals.
Okay. I think that probably we get the gist of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds for a sip of water.
Okay.
I got some housekeeping. So again, listeners, you're listening to Live at WAYO, the Annie Wells Trio from 2 to 3 this afternoon. You can go to wayofm.org and either click the listen live button or the watch button. And it serves the same purpose, being able to enjoy this performance this afternoon. So any musical artist or band, whether it be in Rochester or traveling through Rochester, that are interested in pursuing this gig, please email us at info@wayofm.org. We'll be happy to provide you all the details like we did when we enticed Annie to come into the studio and perform for us, and we're really happy that you did. And again, wayofm.org, community-based radio here in Rochester. We're highlighting a lot of local bands, and this is really starting to take off. So again, really happy that Annie and the band was able to perform this afternoon. So with that said, I think that I'll maybe shine the light on the bass player, Dave.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing? So I have a quick message from Bill from the Chinchillas. He's listening right now and enjoying the performance, and he had a lot of good things to say about you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, Bill and I used to perform with Steve Green in a nice trio, and he was a lot of fun.
And what type of group is that?
That was straight ahead jazz, 2 guitars and bass.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something that Bill never disclosed to me.
He's too busy being a chinchilla.
I don't know what that means, but
It's a great band, a great local band.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I've seen them. Don't you make furs out of chinchillas?
I don't.
Okay. All right. So are you Rochesterian?
I am, born and bred in Rochester. Yeah.
And how did you get your start into music and playing the bass?
It was those, I can't swear, I forgot.
Oh.
It was those darn Beatles.
Okay.
On the Ed Sullivan Show. The girls like the cute one with the bass. I said, that's me. And here I am.
Yeah. Has it proven to be a success?
Yeah. Been married for 40 years.
Nice.
So that worked out all right.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
And so how long have you been performing with Annie and Mike?
Well, I've known Mike since the middle 70s. We first met and did a lot of playing of jazz and big band music.
Mm-hmm.
And Annie, I met at Abilene about 7 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been a pretty good ride, 6-7 years, right?
It's been great, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Thanks for that. I appreciate you providing a little background for the listeners. I like to shine the spotlight on everybody that's performing this afternoon. So with that said, Annie, what do we have next?
So we have, this is a song called 1,000 Hearts, and it's about a very sad situation where a young boy named Trevion Rowe left his school without folks knowing and ended up, in trouble. So that story really moved me. A lot of people looked for him. It was too late, unfortunately. But anyway, so this is sort of my tribute to Trevion.
Very good.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1,000 hearts looked for you. 1,000 hearts loved you. 1,000 hearts broke for you. If only you knew. I didn't know you, but I'll never forget you and your sweet, sweet face that was so full of grace. Angels watched in solemn wonder, watched you leave that day, cold and lost in winter thunder. Angels watched you walk away. You taught us the secret of love, the way and the power of love. Where was your angel that day? The Genesee River took you away. 1,000 hearts looked for you. 1,000 hearts loved you. Thousands of hearts cried for you. If only you knew.
Yes, very nice.
Thank you.
1,000 Hearts by the Annie Wells Trio here live at WAYO. WAYO 104.3 FM and WAYOFM.org. Yeah, live at WAYO 2 to 3 in the afternoon on Sundays featuring, Rochester bands. But, anybody that's passing through that's interested, please email info@wayofm.org and we'll provide you all the details on how you can get in studio and perform for the listening audience for 1 hour. So, very nice, Annie. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
So I'm going to now highlight the trumpeter, flugelhornist, Mike Kaupa.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. Glad to be here.
We're glad that you're here and playing, and we're very much enjoying the tunes. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I came here from Buffalo a number of years ago. I played with a band that had a lot of work in Rochester, so I moved to Rochester.
Okay.
And liked it and just stayed.
And how long ago was that?
That was maybe early 80s.
Okay.
And we actually had a grant from the city of Rochester to play jazz at old folks' homes and schools, and traveled around the Monroe County area, and had a salary from the city for a year, and then after that just stayed. I like it.
And so what band was traveling to Rochester that you were in from Buffalo?
That was called The Existing Reality.
The Existing Reality?
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
In what way?
Great jazz. We had a great time. We were on a salary from the city. Our pianist had a contact in London. We went to London for a couple of weeks. Traveled a bit, played in Buffalo, and played in clubs around here, and schools and nursing homes and hospitals, and it was just a fantastic year. And we had a free course from the Eastman School of Music while we were here, and it was just great.
Yeah, musicians with a salary, huh?
That was the first and last time.
Very good. Well, it's very nice to meet you, and thanks for providing the very, very pleasurable tunes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Annie, back to your website for a second. I know that you're posting your past gigs and your upcoming gigs, and thanks so much for posting today's affair on your website.
Sure.
What can the listeners look forward to as far as future gigs in Rochester and the surrounding area?
Yeah. We've got a couple coming up. Dave and I are going to play as a duo at Flight Wine Bar in Cornhill Landing.
Yep.
We play there fairly often. It's a really lovely, cozy place. You definitely need reservations because it is cozy, and the folks there are just so nice. And so that's December 6th. And then we play as a full band at the Little Theater on December 14th. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say full band, I did see pictures and videos of maybe 5 players. Is that typically when you're at the Little Theater that you're playing with a full-scale band, or tell me about that?
We have in the past. We've had a number of band members. Lately, it's just been a quartet with Tony Heiler playing drums. And but yeah, in the past, we've had players such as Phil Marshall sit in with us. Ken Frank has played bass with us in the past. We've had a number of really great folks join us at different points. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to have people floating in and out and providing inspiration, right? Mm-hmm. Very good. So why don't you introduce your next song?
Okay. All right. So this is called True Blue Boy, and this will be coming out on our new release next year. And it's kind of it's about a period of time in which I sort of fell off a cliff professionally and romantically, and then found my way to my true blue boy.
Nice.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mistakes and heartaches at every turn. I've been down that road before. Thought I knew all there was to learn, but there's so much more. Rivers flooded and bridges burned. I was crying in the grocery store. I went the wrong way, got turned around. I was lost, but now I found my down to his shoes. Back down the road, he's a rolling stone. If you try, you can learn to love the blues. But it's a long, long road to walk alone. At the crossroads, feeling lost, luck would have it, our paths crossed. I went the wrong way, got turned around. I was lost, but now I found my true blue boy, my true blue boy, my true blue boy.
Oh, yeah. The Anniwells Trio performing True Blue Boy. Very nice, guys.
Thank you.
And I'm going to give you a few seconds because I've got housekeeping. For our listeners out there, please keep it tuned into WAYO because at 3 o'clock we have Kyle Brown hosting Up on the Roof. And I believe his show is all about spinning LPs. So he's going old school. Anyway, 3 o'clock, Kyle Brown, Up on the Roof. And for any listener or viewer of the show that misses a portion of this, we're going to have this stream posted on our website, wayofm.org, as well as our YouTube channel. So you can go back to that video and watch it as many times as you wish, because it'll be there maybe forever. But anyway, wayofm.org and our YouTube channel, you can check it out, and we'll have that posted possibly in a few weeks. Don't know the timing yet, but you just keep checking in for sure. So thanks so much, Annie. That was really very, very nice. Was interested. You talked about listening to Stan Kenton and Frank Sinatra as a younger person. Did any of your family members play? Were they musicians, or was this just all on your own?
Yeah, I guess I was the one who ended up, picking up the piano. We had an upright piano in our house, and I just started messing around with it. I think I wrote my first song when I was 8 years old. It was about my sister's dead cat.
Oh, boy.
It was an instrumental.
In D minor, the saddest of all keys.
No, but really, I started taking formal lessons when I was 12, and then I had a fantastic teacher named Cheryl Chester, who taught me all about chording. And then I started writing songs when I was 16. And
So all on your own.
Yeah, pretty much. But I learned a lot from different various band members over the years.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I mean, I'm sure that your bandmates would probably say the same thing as far as their influences and how they got to where they are because of their inspirations, for sure. So, with that said, we have, I believe, 2 more tunes. Why don't you introduce the next one for us?
All right. So this is, it's called Driving, and it's really apropos for this time of year because it's about that dramatic fall sky. You're out driving, and the very dramatic sunsets, and just kind of wishing you can keep driving. So that's it. All
Very
right.
nice.
Okay. I'm feeling down heavy, like the dark sky above the golden ground. The sunset behind me lights up the trees against the clouds. Rolled down the window to get a picture. Driving home, wish I could just keep driving. Just keep driving, the sun going down behind me. Just keep driving into the night. Just keep driving, the sun going down behind me. Just keep driving into the night where stars are headlights. I passed a girl on the road. In the rain, she was riding a bike and smiling. Raindrops fell like tears on her face. She's headed into the sunset. A heart can love, a heart can break, and still it beats. I could live my whole life with a broken heart. Or I could just keep driving. Just keep driving, the sun going down behind me. Just keep driving into the night. Just keep driving, the sun going down behind me. Just keep driving into the night where stars are headlights. When I die, I'll come back as a cloud in the blue, blue sky. Rolling along, you will see me for miles, but for now I'll just keep driving. Just keep driving, the sun going down behind me. Just keep driving into the night. Just keep driving, the sun going down behind me. Just keep driving into the night where stars are headlights.
All right, very nice. The Annie Wells Trio here live at WAYO. Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
I catch that, Annie. I really do. That was really, really nice. And so, yeah, live at WAYO, we're finishing up 2 to 3. We have Annie Wells, keyboard, vocals, composer, Mike Kaupa, trumpet and flugelhorn, Dave Arrhenius, upright bass. Annie, final thoughts before you play our last song?
So the last song was written by Chris Jakowski, also known as the Squire of the Subterrane. And you should check him out. He's super talented. This is called Radio Silence. When the first bomb dropped, you played it cool. Elizabeth and Michael took the hit, and we did too. Another payload fell, obliterating below. This ain't working out, so you gotta go. Radio silence. Nothing there but radio silence. Are you ghosting me? Your feet in the destination zone. Do conversations crashing now? A quiet telephone. All I hear is radio silence. Transmissions coming through, and I'm just coming to the punchline as I play the fool. Towers been torn down, circuits blown to hell, seeing stars when you rang my bell.